All right, everyone, welcome back to another episode of Save Point Vids presents the definitive top 10, where we bring to you our personal top 10 list about anything that we want to talk about in the video game universe, and then combine it for your viewing pleasure into the definitive top 10. If you like the sound of that, give this video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button. Today's topic is going to be all about our most anticipated games. It was a fairly easy list to write, I think, just because, it is.
Oh, yeah.
But we didn't really set any hard rules. The only thing that I think we all kind of stuck to was that the game had to be officially announced, if not have a release date.
Or that it actually exists.
Yeah, and it actually exists. It's not just a rumored game. So, the recent Batman Arkham game that is not officially announced probably is not on there. Stuff like that. But yeah, if you like the sound of that, again, give it a thumbs up, tell a friend. We appreciate all of the love and support. So without further ado, let's get started. Who wants to go first?
Let's see. My number 10 is Tales of Arise, which is the...
What the fuck is that?
Yeah. The Bandai Namco Tales game.
Tales game? Okay.
No. RPG games.
All right.
And that's their new one. I've always just been a huge fan of Tales, so... As far as RPG goes, which is the games that I like to play the most, I don't think there's a whole lot coming out next year, except for the 7 remake.
Final Fantasy 7?
Yeah. So yeah, that one's definitely on my list because
okay. Now is
RPG to play.
I lost track of Tales. Is it?
Dude, don't ask me how many Tales.
Okay, I was gonna say
the last Tales game I played was on the 360.
What system is that coming out of?
I think it's.
Is it
that's a good question because that might be a PS4 exclusive, which I don't have a PS4. There's one in the house.
One upstairs.
But it's many steps away.
I'm gonna... Tales of Arise.
That might be a PS4 game. I'm not sure.
While I'm looking that
up. I saw the trailer at E3 and it looks really cool.
No, everything. PS4, Windows, Xbox.
Okay, good. Because PlayStation always gets RPG exclusives.
Yeah, definitely. All right, what's your number 10?
My number 10 is Modern Warfare.
Modern Warfare.
It would be a lot higher, but it's coming out
so soon. In like 3 weeks.
But it hasn't come out. It hasn't come out yet, so it's still made the list.
I think the anticipation grows as it gets closer.
Did you play any of the beta?
No, I have not.
We talked about it yesterday. I like the story trailer that they revealed. It looks very, what do we say, Black Hawk Down and like Zero Dark 30.
Yeah,
it's got that
realistic.
Yeah, it's going for that vibe. Not to rehash everything we talked about yesterday. I don't think I'm looking forward to Ground War at all. It's just the 32v32. It just seems so hectic.
I know.
So who knows?
I kind of like that big battle stuff.
Yeah, I'd be interested.
I'm more of a Battlefield guy.
I'd be interested to see what you think because you do like Battlefield a lot.
Since you like Battlefield more, you'll definitely like the v32. It's got vehicles and everything too.
Yeah. So, my number 10. Halo Infinite. So the reason that this is not higher, well, it's for two reasons. One, I don't have an Xbox, although being over here lately and seeing Xbox Game Pass is like really starting to sway me. I might end up getting one for the next generation. The second reason is that we don't have a hard release date. So we know that it's launching with Project Scarlet, but we don't know, obviously, we know it's going to be next fall,
right?
But we don't have like an actual concrete release date. But with that being said, I am interested. Halo, we played Halo, especially the multiplayer. The first one and the second one? We went to those LAN parties.
1 through 3, but...
Yeah.
Like by the time the third one came around, we were all just kind of playing online. We didn't play together
right.
anymore. You know what I mean?
Or maybe it was the first one. I remember going to
the first two.
Well,
actually,
the couple. Well, because Xbox Live launched with Halo 2.
Yeah.
And so the first one I remember going to a couple LAN parties.
Yeah.
Where it had to have been 20 people or something, and there were TVs all over the house, and
that was fun.
Yeah. So
it was like those and like, well, I don't know if you guys, but we did that with Madden too.
Right.
Like our friend.
And this was like before you had like flat screen TVs TVs.
Yes, this was the old CRT, like
Everybody had their like
yeah, giant
20 by 20 by 20, foot TVs.
Tube TVs.
But yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I think that it's going to be now. Again, I haven't played the most recent couple Halos, but from everything that I've heard and seen, it's been on kind of a downturn.
Yeah.
So hopefully, this can be kind of like not a reboot, but a return to form for 343 and
Hope so.
Microsoft. So, but anyway, that's my number 10, Halo Infinite.
All right, before I get started, my name is Leo. I'm sure.
Oh yeah, I forgot to introduce everybody.
I'm sure you guys heard of me.
That is true.
I'm the older Taylor.
Chase.
No, I didn't introduce anybody. I'm Josh.
I don't think you usually do.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I did
you
yesterday.
usually do.
I was gonna say
he's Sean.
I put it at the bottom.
That's
lower
because you
third.
guys have the same haircut. That's why.
We got Chase,
And beard.
Sean, and we have talked about him several times on the show. This is our oldest brother, Leo. He's joining us for the first time today.
My number 10 is Animal Crossing: New Horizons.
I almost put that on my list.
I almost put it on mine.
I just put it on there just because of how we used to play it back in the day, and it's kind of just would be nostalgic to bring it back up and try to play it again.
I wonder if that's online.
I don't know,
Because I think they
would
started
imagine it
doing
would be.
online. I think it'd be really cool to have like a community.
Right.
Like,
I think
Did anybody-
might be
Objectives.
online.
what?
I think it might be online just because you can transfer some
Some items and
items and
back
stuff.
forth.
See, yeah.
Telling you, man.
'Cause I
Tom,
was
Tom
thought-
Nook is a crook.
Yeah.
You're gonna owe him until the day you die.
Like, the thing about Animal Crossing is, like, I kind of got, like, you wouldn't get bored because it was a
There
big
was,
thing.
I think, there was only so
But
much to do in one gameplay session, but there
exactly.
was always a reason to come back the
So I
next
think
day.
if it was online, it'd be something that, like, you
Right.
could definitely go back to all the time.
Now, did anybody play? You guys probably didn't.
Nope.
Animal Crossing Pocket Camp,
Told you.
iOS. It was like,
Nah.
I didn't
Camp.
even know it.
It was
an
like
iOS Animal Crossing game.
it was like a mobile version of Animal Crossing.
I saw it actually.
It was.
but no,
I downloaded it. I played
The
it for a couple
last
weeks.
Animal Crossing I played was just the original one on GameCube.
Yeah.
GameCube. Yeah.
Was that the original one? There wasn't an N64
No.
Animal Crossing?
There was supposed to be one on N64, and I think it ended up being on the GameCube
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like pushing the hardware on
But I
those
loved that.
graphics.
I loved the original one. Sank, I don't know, a lot of hours into just
Yeah.
it's like doing nothing pretty much.
It's
Yeah.
like that.
Doing nothing but something.
Like we talked about, it's like that and like Harvest Moon. Mm-hmm.
I would kill for a new Harvest Moon.
Great
Oh, yeah, definitely.
time wasters. Like,
And there's a lot of stuff even in the original. Like I remember you could you could buy old Nintendo games, like Super Nintendo games from like the store or something, and you could play them in Animal Crossing. Like the original like Super Nintendo games, they had them.
Oh, you're talking about like putting it in your house?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, I don't.
Like NES games and Super Nintendo
If
games.
they were smart, they'd probably do the same thing here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would imagine they would.
That'd be cool if your little guy could like play the Wii, and then you had
What? Take the two controls off the Switch and play at the same time.
and then watch him play the Wii.
All right. What is your number 9?
I gotta find it. The new Star Wars game. Was it Fallen Order?
Jedi
Yeah.
Fallen Order.
Yeah.
Did you guys see?
I'm more excited about like the principle of this game than like anything I've actually seen, because the stuff I've seen isn't like that mind blowing.
The only reason I'm
But
even
it-
remotely excited for it is because I love Star Wars, the universe.
I love Star Wars. I love Respawn.
Did you guys see the trailer? They dropped a story trailer earlier this afternoon.
Oh, then no.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I-
it looks good. I don't remember what episode it was. A couple of weeks ago, we were talking about how it's like a Metroidvania.
Yeah, that got me excited. Too.
They talked about that a little bit in the. They talked a little bit about that in the trailer. Mm-hmm. Basically, I think it's when you first like find whatever ship that you're going to pilot.
Right.
And then in the middle of the ship, there's like a hologram of like the galaxy with like the different worlds that you can select.
So it's like Metroidvania, like multiple planet.
Yeah, so you can basically, from what I understand, you can tackle the planets in any order that you want, and then I'm assuming each one would give you like a different Jedi power that you can use for the rest of the
See,
game.
that sounds cool. You know, because whatever they like, I haven't actually seen anything since E3. Whatever they showed at E3 was as boring. as
It looks very generic. It looked like a third-person.
right. They could have just and it
Action
just had
game.
like
And it was fine.
Star
I mean,
Wars skin on it.
right.
It could have been any other game, but
But yeah, I agree.
I mean, the game looks cool, but I've never played any of the Star Wars games, so
Yeah,
I really get.
I think the last one I really put time into was the.
Because I know you guys played Republic a lot.
Nice the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, KOTOR, yeah.
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 I love those games.
Shoot, what was the one that was on 360 and PS3? It was
Force Unleashed.
Forced Unleashed and Unleashed 2. I think those were the last two
I played the first Force Unleashed
that I really
for a couple hours.
got
but
into.
It
It was a hack and slash.
Yeah.
It was a Star Wars skin on a hack and slash. So if they can, create like a cool, because this is supposed to, for those that care, this is supposed to be like canon in the Star Wars universe,
Right.
And so if they like put the production value into like the story and the characters, and it's supposed to be like part of the real universe, I think that could be cool. So yeah, we'll see. What's your number 9?
My number 9 is Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. It's pretty low on the list.
Which it's coming out soon. That's why I'm putting these so low on the
gotcha.
list.
Soon, that's a couple months, man.
Death Stranding.
Not 3 weeks.
But yeah, it would be a lot higher. Also, anything Kojima does, I'm excited. I still am trying to figure out what the story is about. So
Well, the story
I'm sure
is-
we won't.
Well, from what I've read is like a story between life and death, the connection in between there.
Yeah,
So-
I get like the general theme, but like the actual like story. I don't think we're gonna find out till it comes out
Yeah.
anymore about the story.
I would imagine, yeah, there's going to be, like, obviously, like, yeah, the life and death, reconnecting society, and how,
Babies.
like, society is fractured. He went on, I think he went on record saying that it's very much a, what's the word I'm looking for? It's very much like a, fuck, what's the word I'm looking for?
Look harder.
Like a parallel to, like, our society today, how everybody seems so fractured,
yeah,
how
right.
everybody seems
Commentary?
Commentary, that's the word. It's very much a commentary on today's society.
Out of yourself.
And so,
Big word, guys.
but yeah, so I'm interested to see it. I'll tell you what, since we're talking about Death Stranding, that's my number 9.
Is it?
The reason it's not higher,
You're saying about how it's not that high on my list, and it's number 9 on the list also.
the reason why it's not higher, it's not because
Different reasons.
It's not because of when it's releasing. It's actually because the more that I see of this game, the less excited I am about it.
Is it like one of those things like
I just-
you can't believe how
It's just like everything that we've seen, it just doesn't look fun.
Well, yeah, it doesn't look fun.
It just doesn't look.
I didn't watch the 49-minute
I didn't watch all of it either. I scrubbed through it. I caught bits and pieces of it. It just doesn't. I'm not saying that the game's not going to be good. I'm not saying that the story and the characters won't be there. I just don't know if the moment-to-moment gameplay is going to be like all that exciting. Like if you think about everything that we've seen so far, it's really just him walking.
Right.
It's just like walking and walking and walking and trying to find a way to like extend your ladder over the ridge to get to the next place.
Ever try to extend a ladder?
And so,
like
It's very
multi-part
scary.
ones.
so and again, that could be very much on purpose
Yeah, I think it's very much
because he doesn't want to reveal everything. But then my thing to that is like, why talk about it at all? Why just
you
keep
excited.
Why just keep talking? I think it's been overexposed. I think that the game has been overhyped and overexposed, and I really think that Sony.
That's a strong word.
I really
Overhyped.
think that Sony let him have too much of a leash. And I get it, it's Kojima.
It's Kojima.
That's what I mean. Like it's
all he makes
Kojima.
is masterpieces.
And so my official prediction, mark it down here.
Game of the year.
September 26, 2019, this game will fall somewhere in the high 70s on Metacritic.
Okay.
It's gonna be very good, if not great, depending on what you read and what you listen to. But I don't think it's gonna be like this 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 that everybody wants it to be, myself included. Of course, I want the game to be good. I'm gonna play it day one. I'm not saying I'm not gonna play it. I just don't know if it's gonna be everything that we want it to be.
Fair enough.
I just There has to be more than one. He knows that's not gonna. Nobody wants to play a walking simulator. There's gonna be more.
He said in a tweet, he tweeted out that said the game doesn't get fun for dozens of hours in. Like, who says that as a game creator? My game is not fun to play.
It shows you that how much gameplay is actually going to be there.
But I don't want to wait 12 hours for the game to be fun.
I mean, I don't either. He could just be trolling everybody.
He
man.
could. I have to say, he very well could. So,
But I don't know.
so we'll see. But anyway, point is, that's my number 8.
8
Yeah.
or 9?
Or number 9,
we're-
sorry. Yeah, number 9.
Around 9.
Oh wait, no, I'm on 8.
Yeah. My number 9 is Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, yes.
All right, since we're
Damn.
going in round robin,
I forgot to put that on my list.
that's my number 8 also.
Is it? Okay.
Because we're going back around. Yeah, that game looks badass.
Yeah, I saw a trailer.
Fuck, I
and
forgot that game.
It looks amazing. It's just it's a great action adventure game. I think the main thing that really caught me is just the one-on-one dueling.
Yeah,
with people. And
That looks super cool.
yeah.
They showed that at was that last year's E3?
It might have
Not
been,
this past year.
No,
I
it
think
might have been
last
2018, or it might have even been.
I don't even know
the
if
Game
there's been any
Awards
gameplay
or-
trailers like since then. I don't know what kind of combat.
Well, the rumor
is it
is-
like hack and slash.
The rumor
it
is
hack and slash.
the rumor is that it's going quiet because Last of Us 2 is releasing in February now.
Yeah, they don't want to crowd their.
February is also supposed to be the rumored reveal of the PS5, and that it's moved to become a PS5 release or like a launch title. Is that it's basically gone dark because
All of
they're
us.
so
Or just a,
no Ghost of Tsushima.
oh, okay.
Or maybe like a cross-gen, like Metal Gear Solid 5, PS4 and PS5
right.
game.
It looks badass though.
It looks
I mean,
whatever.
It looks
whatever
really
we've
really
seen.
cool.
The graphics on it.
I forgot to put that on my list. That's a good call.
And,
Anything in that setting and
Yeah, we don't
gets
have-
me exciting.
I mean,
Yeah,
we had
exciting.
like Sekiro, I think is
Which
like
is cool, yeah.
But
That was-
then
that was,
other
like,
than-
more
other than-
fantasy.
Yeah, other than
feudal
that, I
Japan.
mean, we had Tenchu back in the day, which we haven't seen
Yeah.
since like the PS2.
Unimusha, way back in the day.
PS2, 2001. Yeah, we don't really see like a lot of like samurai, like feudal Japan.
No.
Which is like ripe for the pickings for video games.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Shut up, dude. And also,
Yeah.
Sucker Punch. It's being made by
already
Sucker
told
Punch.
you
Sucker
about-
Punch.
Which is
I already told you about my thoughts on that.
And I don't care because
That's Assassin's Creed.
Assassin's
Endgame.
Creed needs to have ninjas and samurais. What's
that's the-
better for the assassins than ninjas, and what's
That is
better
the
for
end
the
game. Where else are they going to go after
the
that?
Templars?
The Templars and Samurais, yeah.
Come on.
Where are they going to go after
That's
that?
actually a good point.
Where are they going to go after that?
Because that's probably the best thing you could do.
That is the end
Everything
game.
else would probably be a disappointment after that.
Yeah, I'm interested to see. I'm actually playing
If
through
they
Well,
make
you know what? I'm
Assassin's
tired
Creed
of
Ninja.
playing the same.
gonna be-
And I say playing because I haven't played it.
I'm tired of watching everybody else play.
Well, I refuse to play one until they
Switches it up enough.
Yeah,
that's
and-
fair.
But you're going to play the next one because it's Vikings.
If it is Vikings, they haven't announced anything.
It's
official.
That's
be
not even
Vikings.
Assassins.
Trust me, I know. They should make the ninjas
What
and
about the
samurais ones
Egypt
first.
one, man? That's not European.
Yeah,
but who cares about Egypt?
Egyptians. Pharaohs.
Oh, what? All like 30 million of them?
Like 100 million.
Oh,
It's a big country.
ooh.
They have the
No
Suez
offense.
There's
Canal.
like 7 billion people in the world.
Only one Suez Canal. And it's owned by Egypt.
Jesus Christ.
I forgot what we were even talking
All right, you're number 8. Go ahead.
Mine was Ghost of Tsushima.
Oh, Ghost of Tsushima. What's your number 8?
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, which I'm excited for. I'm excited for like a Dragon Ball Z RPG type game. It would be higher on my list, but very rarely do these like anime type games get made very well.
Yeah.
It is.
Especially as an RPG, I'm not.
Is it
very-
CyberConnect?
Yes, it's CyberConnect, which actually, because I know it's going to be on everybody's list, I think, is Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Yeah.
CyberConnect was actually fuck off. CyberConnect was actually the ones who originally were supposed to develop 7,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then Square Enix was like, "This doesn't look good," and so they basically
Right. They
fired them.
make good games, but they don't make.
They don't make AAA quality titles,
Right.
so I'm expecting like this is going to be. It's funny that you say that because that's actually my number 8. Also, is DBZ. I expect this to be like a solid 7. You know what I mean? It's good.
Right.
There's probably going to be. You know,
I hope it's not sparse in its world. I want it to have a full world with a lot of different stuff to do if they're going to go that route with the game.
I think that so I imagine it's going to be like an open world RPG.
That's what the impression I got from the gameplay.
There's going to be a lot of I don't know. I don't think it's going to be very detailed. I think they're going to have the hub cities, where you get the quest and the iconic locations, but I don't expect like a lot of extra. You know what I mean?
Honestly, I don't either. I hope there's like a good amount to do. I'm not asking like Witcher 3 amount of stuff to do.
I just don't want it to where it's just like a duel with the main.
Right.
I hope there's enough side stuff to do to like.
You can fish with your tail.
Warrant the investment of money.
Sure, right, yeah. What'd you say?
You can fish with your tail.
Yeah, but, you're right. It's the only game you can do that.
Like, especially outside of like the whole like fighter games with anime type games, they're very rarely good.
Right, yeah, so I'm cautiously optimistic about this one.
Yeah, me too.
I would love to see more. I don't know if we have a firm release date on it.
You have that above Death Stranding?
Well, it's because it's a little further in the future. I gave the reasons why those two. I said they would be a lot higher if it wasn't for the closer release dates.
What's your number 8?
My number 8 is Shenmue 3.
I never played
coming out.
Yeah,
It is.
yeah.
I got the first two.
Yeah, they're on the Game Pass. I never played the first two, so
I know.
But I always heard they were really good.
And they're really good. It's just the system that it was on before. I don't think it was powerful enough to.
Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Was the second one on the Dreamcast too, or was it just? I don't remember.
Yeah, I just didn't think it's gonna. It had enough powerful system back in the day to actually exhibit what it's capable of.
Right. So my question, because I thought about putting that on there also, because I really have a soft spot for the first one especially. But in the wake of like games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Witcher 3, do you think that this game is gonna like
Be all that special?
Yeah, is it going to be like all that special in 2020 or 2019?
My big question about it is how's just the overall quality of the game going to be? Because how big's the budget going to be? Because I know it got started.
It was a Kickstarter.
With a Kickstarter.
It was a Kickstarter. I think it was $5 or $6 million. So I'm sure it's not going to be like a super high quality AAA like a GTA.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But if they have like serviceable gameplay with like a good story and characters, I really think that's all that the Shenmue fans want. It's
just because they've been waiting for so many years on that game. And the thing just
does the fact that Shenmue 3 is coming out after so long give you hope for Half-Life 3?
No, it makes me mad.
Half-Life 3 is never coming out. We talked about this.
But the thing is, it's also being released on Windows, so you could also have that powerful system also.
The bump up.
Yeah, the DirectX.
Yeah,
I think it's on like 12 now.
I don't know, fucking PC nerds.
I don't own a PC. I just have a PC.
But I don't game on it.
I don't either. I just know. I just know things.
All right, what's your number 7?
Death Stranding.
Death Stranding. All right, so what's that? 4 points. 1, 2, 3. Okay. All right, we talked about Death Stranding enough.
Yeah.
My number 7 is Halo Infinite.
Halo Infinite. All right.
Yeah, just because there's no official release date, we haven't really seen much of anything about it.
Right.
But I'm excited for it, not because of the multiplayer. I haven't touched a Halo multiplayer since like Halo Reach, probably. But I have played all the campaigns up to date, so I'm excited to see where the campaign goes.
Yeah, I like the Halo campaign probably more than multiplayer. Now, you know.
Right, yeah, sure. That makes sense. All right, my number 7 is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Thought I deleted one. Need for Speed Heat. So, I don't...
More than like Forza?
Yeah, just because more than Forza and I'm not into like the super simulation. Don't fucking look at me like that. the super sim racing games.
Like more arcadey.
Yeah, I like the arcade.
Oh wait, you don't even have an Xbox. I would say try Forza Horizon because that's more arcade.
Is it?
Yeah.
But yeah, like if the reason I want this one to be really good, because the last couple haven't been, is it really just looks like it's Need for Speed Underground, but on
that's the last Need for
PS4.
Speed game I played was like,
And that's what I
Underground 2.
want. That's all I want. Just let me mod my car. Let me have cool street races.
I like how you can mod it on an app too from your phone, and it does it onto your.
It connects it to the game. Yeah, so
That's cool.
that's all I want. I don't care about the story. It's going to be like
Did they
Fast
have
and
stories?
It's going to be like a Fast and Furious knockoff. Yeah, there's like some story where you have to like
Well, which Fast and Furious?
The early
the early ones.
the early ones.
Too Fast, Too Furious.
Flying cars out of skyscrapers into helicopters.
Yeah, Too Fast, Too Furious.
Before they rocketified.
Yeah, we still got where it was Paul Walker and Tyrese.
The OGs.
But yeah, so that's all I want. I just want the gameplay to be good. I want, to be able to mod my car and just let me race, and that's all I need. So, all right, what is your number 7?
My number 7 is Marvel's Avengers.
I was this close to putting that on my list, but
It just reminds me of like a 3D arcadey game.
Right.
yeah.
You know what? I like ever since they announced, I want it to be like the one X-Men game we used to play.
Talking about like Marvel, like Ultimate Alliance.
X-Men Legends,
Legends.
or whatever
Legends and
on, like,
Ultimate
Xbox.
Alliance. Yeah.
I want it. I don't know if it's like that. I'm assuming it's like that with 3D, but I like those games.
I don't know, because I was wondering that too. From what I understand, I think we talked about it before, is it's going to have
Like a live service element.
a live service element like a Destiny or a Division or Anthem.
And that possibility is the only reason I kept it off my list.
You don't have to say Anthem.
But
But yeah, that's the only reason I kept it off my list is because that possibility of it having
But it's
be
only-
a live
it's only-
service.
But I think that's going to be, even though they're like interconnected, I still think that there's like a story mode
it
campaign
is.
that you can go through as the Avengers. That
Yeah, I mean, from what I read, it's gonna be only on certain missions where you're having other people who join your party.
Right.
It's mainly a
That's
single,
and then for
single Avenger.
right, and once you get through the campaign, then for the end game, they're going to update it with new quests, and then you'll be able to team up with
Is that a pun?
yeah,
Is that a pun you have?
Endgame.
That was good.
Unknown pun. It's the best kind.
The only thing I didn't like about the trailer, from what I saw from Marvel's Avengers, the voice acting. It was very monotone.
It's just, I think
It's
I
just
was
weird
it
seeing
is.
other people play the Avengers
And I
after like
think-
15 years
I
of
think
having
that's
them
what
be
it
those
is.
characters. And
Is that,
actors.
when you see Iron Man, it's not Robert Downey Jr.
well, it's not
weird.
just that; it's the way they
Talking.
talk, and it didn't have the same charisma as
That's
as
fair.
the actors.
That's fair. I think that's fair.
But I mean, I get it. It's just an arcade game, but
Right.
to get that full experience of what we've seen on the movies, it'd be a lot.
Like you gotta, after the Infinity
acting.
War saga, they had to have known the next Avenger thing that they
Right.
do is that they're gonna have to really step
it.
up the production and really do it.
and I don't know if we'll ever know this, but I would wonder that when this game was announced, because you have to remember this game was announced in 2017, 2016, might have been a little earlier than that. That was really, live service games really hadn't been a thing yet. We had
No,
Destiny.
it just started. Yeah,
My question is the reason it went dark and we didn't hear about it for so long is because they basically scrapped it and decided, hey, how can we turn this into a live service game and make more money
really?
versus let's just release a very cool, almost like a Marvel Spider-Man where
Yeah.
it's just like a single player.
Right.
That's honestly
super
what I
cool-
wanted it to be.
Super
like.
cool,
like-
Avengers game.
If you do that, it's not an Avengers game because you're not with the team.
right.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. I still think that would have been cool to, I mean, even if it was like co-op, but it wasn't live service.
Couch co-op.
Or,
type
there was
stuff.
AI control or something like that. But I think that's why it went dark after it was announced, is because they decided to
Good
scrap it.
possibility.
Yeah, and make it like that. All right, what is your number 6?
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Which
Dragon Ball Z Carrot.
All right, what is your number 6 then? Unless you have anything.
That's what they named him after.
Was it a carrot?
All Saiyans are named after vegetables.
Oh, I didn't know that. I never noticed that. What's the other ones?
Is that a joke?
Vegeta's Vegeta's vegetable.
You say he's named after vegetables.
Raditz is after radish.
He's not named a vegetable.
It makes sense.
Nappa's after Napa cabbage.
What's
What about,
Goku?
what's Goku?
Kakarot, carrot.
Oh, carrot. Yeah. What about Gohan?
Goku.
Well, that's not a Saiyan name. It's the Saiyan names.
Fucking nerd.
Sorry, man.
All right.
Animes.
What's your number 6? Unless you have anything else you want to add to DBZ.
no.
Okay.
Dragon Age 4.
Dragon Age 4.
I like the Dragon Age games. I'm always down for a good, just like BioWare type Western RPG.
Don't say that.
I mean, if they.
Just you'll get burned, man.
It's probably a live service game.
It's a live service. No, it is.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah, it's a live service game,
I
which
didn't know.
sucks because it's RPG.
I really don't.
I'm over
We're
live
gonna
service.
pause on the list for a second. I'm gonna rant. I'm really over the live service.
Right. If
stuff.
you're gonna do it, no.
Like not
don't.
not every game needs to like.
Right.
It's okay to have an ending in a game. It's okay to like play it for 20 hours and put it away, and just be
You don't
done.
make
with
the
it.
extra
But
cash.
they don't want
way.
that, yeah.
Yeah,
They
I
want the
know,
money.
but like that's.
They want
It's like
money so
some-
they can make more.
I'll say like
games.
some games
know.
do it good, but it's only like very few.
There's a couple. I mean,
But not every game has to be live service.
Even the big ones, yeah. Not every. That's my point. Is that
Right.
sure? Like
Just like not every game every shooter has to have a battle royale mode.
Right.
fair. That's also a fair point. Although I think we're moving away from that.
I'm not so sure.
No, maybe not.
No.
I heard they're going to release like a blackout for Modern Warfare shortly after they
Yeah.
release it.
I think it's early next year is the Battle Royale for Modern Warfare.
My number 6 is, and we'll just gloss over it real quick. Is did I delete one? Maybe I did. No, I didn't. Okay, sorry. It's Avengers. It was the same one that you said. So, but yeah, I'm interested to see how they. I mean, it's a live service game. I'm gonna play it. I just hope that I hope that the story is at least good, and that the story, it's almost like Destiny, where the story is just kind of there to get you to the end game, and it's not really
Right,
worth investing
right.
in. You know what I mean?
Is it developed and published by Square Enix?
It's developed by Crystal Dynamics and Eidos Montreal. They're like co-oping it.
Yeah.
And
I was
it's-
wondering. I
it's-
don't know if they've done live service games before.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
At least not that I'm aware of, but maybe they did. So. Okay. So what is your next one?
My number 6 is Skull and Bones.
That's the pirate
Interesting.
game.
That's the
Yes,
pirate game.
the pirate game. Yep.
I love
It's just-
pirates.
Well, you don't like the Assassin's Creed one.
That's true.
I enjoyed
Black
that.
Flag
And
might
that's
be the
what-
best one.
Black
Yeah.
Flag is the best
And that's
Assassin's
what
Creed
it's
game.
kind of
I played it. I played it a little bit, but then I felt like I was selling myself out. I made a pact with myself.
But I think the main feature on that one would be the online play
Right.
with having other people join your.
Now, did you guys play? What's the other one that's out on
Sea of
Xbox?
Thieves.
Did you guys play Sea of Thieves?
Yeah, it's fun.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did you play it? Have you played it?
No,
I know
I
you don't have an
I think it's
Xbox.
an Xbox
Right.
One.
But yeah, I thought about. I didn't think about putting it on there, but I've been not optimistic. Curious about those games because I do like. Just that world, that theme,
Right.
just like pirates and ship
Yeah.
battles and raiding
It's cool
other
having
ships
like
and-
your own crew. 'Cause,
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
even in like Sea of Thieves, like you have to like raise and lower like each individual sail. And
Right.
somebody's steering, and like somebody has to go and load the.
It's almost like
cannons.
a sim, not a sim, but like a management type of
and
game.
then like you get
Pirate
somebody like
simulator.
coming.
Yeah,
trying to, like,
yeah, exactly. Yes, a pilot simulator. That's perfect. But yeah, because that game, I think it went quiet for a while. Skull and Bones. It was supposed to come out around the same time as Sea of Thieves,
Was it?
and for whatever reason, I
haven't
think
heard from it in a while.
Ubisoft, who's publishing the game, they decided to hold it back. But Ubisoft, they make good games.
Yeah, they do.
You think about, say what you will about Assassin's Creed.
From my experience, they really bungled the Ghost Recon beta, but
We'll talk about that on the next podcast. But yeah, you look at they really have a game franchise for every genre. You think about Far Cry, you think about Assassin's Creed, which is your action RPG. You have Watch Dogs. You know what I mean? Like they seem to have, and now
Yeah.
they're dipping themselves or their toes into this. usually with a Ubisoft game, you can't go wrong. It's going to be a solid product. So
I hate Watch Dogs though, but I
really like. I didn't play the second one. I did like the first one, which is not
weird.
Which is not a popular. It's not a popular opinion.
Exactly.
But I really liked it. I didn't play the second one. I just kind of slipped through the cracks. But I'm really interested in Legion, where you can literally recruit any of the NPCs you see to your cause, and
so you can just walk around and get 10,000 people.
You literally can recruit anybody and everybody you see, which is kind of cool. But
that'd be cool if it was like JRPG lines where each one's just lined up behind you,
just like a giant snake,
like the fire snake from the 13th.
All right, what is your next one?
What number?
5.
5. Last of Us 2.
Damn, that low?
Oh, shut up. I know you little Last of Us lovers.
What? Good one.
I mean, it's not that I'm not hyped for it. It's just that there's other games I'm hyped for.
That's fair.
I beat the first one.
I'm glad. It's a great game.
Cool start.
It's one of the great games of all time.
Man, it looks good.
It looks great.
I want to see more. I think that gameplay is the first real gameplay they've shown. Everything else has just been.
They released a gameplay trailer
from
but that was just spliced together 30 seconds, wasn't it?
No, there was a gameplay trailer from E3 2017
where she was sneaking around.
It was like a 20-minute gameplay segment.
Yeah, I remember that.
Where she was going through the parking garage.
It was like a forest. Yeah, I remember now.
Did you guys see? Actually, you might have seen it today. They released not a new trailer or anything, but they the embargo for the hands-on preview went up. IGN, all the major outlets got to play 2 to 3 hours of the game. From everything that I've been hearing and reading today, it looks like it's just everything that everybody loved about The Last of Us, but
that's another game of the year
taken up. Oh, absolutely. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting though with that Cyberpunk. If Final Fantasy VII ends up being as great as the preview show, it'll be a really good year for games. It'll be tough to kind of have a clear-cut game of the year winner. All right, what's your number 5?
Ghost of Tsushima.
All right.
You forgot about that game, man.
I did, man. I don't know why. All right. Anything new you want to add?
No. Just samurais and stuff. Can't go wrong.
All right. My number 5 is actually Dying Light 2.
Never played the first one. It always looked pretty cool, though.
I really, really loved the first one. It was it was a zombie game, definitely. But the fact that it was parkour and in first person, and it was just really cool. The environments were, it was different. It was set in the Middle East. So it was very dusty and kind of deserty, but it was just.
It's kind of hard to parkour in the Middle East.
I know, right?
I mean, it's not like the deserts. There's still buildings.
Parkour in the dune.
I'm just whatever. Fuck you. But yeah, so it was. I don't even remember what my point was. It was cool. It was the gameplay was cool. Like I said, it was different. The melee combat. It was actually genuinely terrifying to go out after dark.
That's what I heard.
And the zombies become so much more aggressive. So it's if you do get caught out in a mission when the lights, when the sun's going down, it's terrifying.
No bueno.
Yeah, because and during the day, you can climb up onto the roofs and hop from roof to roof and be for the most part pretty safe. At night, they can climb and they can jump and they can run. So it was really cool. The second one takes all of that and just makes it looks like it's bigger and better. So yeah, I'm pumped for it. If you guys like.
I do like the zombie games.
If you guys like a zombie game and even just it's not like an RPG, but kind of like an action RPG type. You know what I mean? I definitely, especially if it's on Game Pass, I would recommend giving it a shot. I think you guys would like it.
What's that game? Dead Island or something like that.
Dead Island. Yeah.
Yeah, I like.
There's a new Dead Island coming out. I can't remember the name of it. It's by THQ Nordic, who I don't know if you guys have been paying attention. They have scooped up so many IPs
I bet.
recently. Oh yeah, I don't know how they do it. They have I think they have 48 games in development or something. It's like something absurd. But anyway, all right. What's your next one?
My next one is Need for Speed Heat.
Nice. I thought I was gonna have the only one have that.
No, because I like all those racing games where you're modding
Me too.
your cars.
Yeah.
The cool thing about this game was it's, during the day you have sanctioned races.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And that's the
It's the illegal street racing. Yes,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
And that's what probably makes it a lot more different than what it has
Are you still
done
getting
in
chased by
before.
cops?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And
yeah. I've always just wanted to have a street racing game where you just
they really
mod
should have
the
just
crap
called
out
it
of your-
Need for Speed Underground again. They really should have.
or Fast and Furious.
Or just fast. Or just yeah. All right. What's your number? Was it 4? Yep.
Halo Infinite.
Of course.
It's not number
Xbox.
1.
I'm just saying, you're an Xbox guy.
That is true.
right.
Your next bot.
I don't know what that means.
That's why I don't, as you can tell, I don't have any Xbox games in my list.
What is your number 4?
Elden Ring.
Yeah, okay.
What? You got something against George R.R. Martin, man?
I mean, I like From Software. I love From Software.
Yeah.
Don't. Go ahead.
Last season.
Oh, the last season was better than people gave it credit for, but we'll get into that some other day. I have a lot of thoughts about that.
So what are you excited about for Elden Ring? Like what hypes you up for it?
The fact that it's From Software and George R.R. Martin together.
That's fair.
That's about all we know.
that's quite frankly.
You guys
that's all I need.
like the Souls games though, don't you? Insecure.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, I can't. I don't like getting my teeth kicked in until I just have that aha moment and I get it.
Like when you win and they grow back, and then it happens again. That's the whole cycle.
I know, but
It's frustrating.
yeah.
You know.
But it looks cool. From everything, obviously we haven't seen
Right.
anything of it, but I mean it sounds cool from what we do know. Yeah, I mean it's for the people that are into those type of games,
Yeah.
and it obviously has George Railroad Martin's name behind it. It'll be, I think, everything.
That would be cool. Is every time you die, your main character permanently dies. You just have to make a new one.
It's like a roguelike.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right, my next one, Cyberpunk 2077. So, hold on, sorry.
I'm really selling 4.
So with this one, obviously it's CD Projekt Red. They got big with Witcher 3. As much as I didn't really think, before it was announced and before we knew anything really about it, I didn't really think that I wanted a cyberpunk type of game where it's neon lights and it's you're hacking yourself and it's just I didn't very Matrix like. Mm-hmm. But now that I've seen it,
it looks cool.
It looks fucking
Very
rad.
cool.
It really does. It looks so cool.
An old tabletop game.
Right. Yeah. So it was adapted for was it Cyberpunk 2020? I think it was the tabletop game. But yeah, just the fact that you really seem like you can do anything you want in any order and in any way, and it's. If it's going off of anything that we know about The Witcher, it's going to be jam-packed full of quests to do and side missions and just little details and endless exploration, and I'm super pumped and I can't wait.
And it has Keanu Reeves.
That's
That's always a plus.
Yes.
It is.
Everybody loves Keanu Reeves.
He really is. He's enjoying a very good renaissance in his career.
Yes, he is.
He just doesn't go away. It was John Wick, and now it's Bill and Ted is back, and the Matrix is coming again, and
Hopefully it's better than the last two.
yeah, the second and third Matrix is not. They're not great.
I like the second Matrix, and I like the third one.
I mean,
They just weren't as good as the first.
The first one was just fucking awesome.
But I think they're still good movies. The first one was great.
Well, and the third one is just all.
I think
CGI.
the first one was just revolutionary. It really was. The way it was shot and the way it was the action scenes. I think that it was going to be next to impossible for the other ones to be as influential. But anyway, yes, it has Keanu Reeves, so that's another Another big plus. And he's not just like a little cameo. He's actually one of the main. He's not like a character. He's inside your head.
Yeah.
It's cool that
Always
he's
inside everyone's head.
All right, what is your next one?
My next one is Death Stranding. We've talked about it already, but I believe it's going to be a lot better than what you guys say it's going to be.
You guys,
I hope
don't
so.
include me in that.
I hope so.
think
I
it's gonna
really
be
do.
great.
I want this
I
game.
think it's going to be great.
I want because we've been all looking forward to it since it was announced at the Game Awards.
I mean, it sounds to me that it's going to be a very open world, and that's why
Right.
you're walking for 12 hours, like you say. But
I mean, I can almost guarantee you're not. You're going to be like on motorcycles.
No, I mean, of course it's not. Yeah,
Roman Reigns,
And
you don't
even
have
if
to be a
even if like even if exciting gameplay is sparse in those first hours, I guarantee story will carry it.
yes.
Because
as long as
Kojima.
it has a good story, I'm all in, and I'm all in anyway. I want everybody's. I'm just saying, I want everybody's expectations to be in check. That way, if and when it's not a 10 out of 10.
I don't think it's going to be 10 out of 10, but I think it's going to be running for
I think
Game of the Year.
I think it could be a 10 out of 10. Don't doubt Kojima.
I'm not saying it's
Call
not going to be
yourself
good.
A Metal Gear Solid
I am.
Kojima fan, but you're doubting him before you even gotten your hands on the game. That doesn't
It'll
seem
be
like
a
a real fan to me.
9.9 out of 10.
All right. Well, we'll see here in November when the reviews come out.
He has my absolute. I can't remember the word. I was gonna
Loyalty?
say. Yeah, loyalty. I trust. I trust.
2 for 2.
I trust. I trust him completely.
All right, man. I just hope it doesn't burn you. All right. What's your next one?
Me? 3?
Yes,
Three.
number 3.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
Yep. It's gonna be pretty cool.
All right. Very cool. What's your number 3?
Last of Us 2
All right.
is my number 3.
Really, you sell out. We don't even have a PlayStation.
So
I think it would be, if you don't, I really think that it would be, even this late in the generation, I think it would be a system seller.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything's going to sell a system for me, it's going to be Final Fantasy VII. But,
Fair. That's
You know, could maybe grab one, a few weeks earlier and get Last of Us also.
that's going to be a busy couple weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to have,
But yeah, just
Jesus, it's going to be busy.
I'm excited to see where the story goes. Ellie looks like a badass.
I really, because like we were saying this yesterday when we were talking about the release, the trailer that just dropped. The gameplay has always been fine. It's been above average to above average. It's nothing revolutionary, but it really is about the characters and the story that
That
they're
being
able
said,
to
I
tell.
hope they do add a little something to the gameplay.
From the previews that I was reading, the gameplay has been. It's evolved a little bit. It's still like a third-person style action game.
Just
But there's
because from
new
like all the
mechanics.
gameplay we've seen, it doesn't look any different than
There's
the first
like
Last
there's
of
like
Us.
new mechanics and things like that.
But I always enjoy crafting stuff, finding stuff in the environment, crafting
Right.
it.
So, but yeah,
I like that there's a horse too. If anything happens to the horse, I will riot.
Yeah.
After the
some-
spoilers for Red Dead. After the end of Red Dead 2, I was very upset. That horse was with me from the very beginning.
See, mine wasn't. I had to get a new one. Mine fell off a cliff.
Well, I mean, my original horse,
Okay.
But I went and got the white like Arabian horse. and that
I
was-
gotcha.
Did you steal it?
Huh? No, I caught it in the wild.
Did you?
Yeah.
Very cool. Good for you. All right.
Gold star.
My number 3 is Final Fantasy VII. So. What? I know you're offended.
The disrespect.
I'm a little offended as well.
The disrespect.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6.
I thought I taught you guys better.
Yeah, I mean, it's from everything that we've seen, it's going to be good. I do like the
Understatement.
I could have accepted number 2.
It's in my top 3. It's
That's
One
bronze.
spot too low.
it's gonna
One
be
spot too low.
it's gonna be good. It's gonna be even probably great. I really like the addition of the classic mode.
Yeah.
Not saying I'm gonna play it that way, but I do like to have the option of like.
I mean,
playing
I'll
it
probably
like-
play it the normal way
I will too, but
first, and then go back and play classic mode and see,
Right.
how that is.
and it's not even really the reason why it's number 3, but the only thing as a whole that I'm worried about is if, and I'm not even convinced that we will, but if and when we get part 2.
Yeah, I hope it's not.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I mean, that's always a concern with Square.
Somebody commented on the video. So, yeah, with Square's track record of taking forever to develop games, are we finally going to see the conclusion of the Final Fantasy VII remake on PS5 or PS6? You know what I mean?
It's going to be like the tail end of PS5, probably.
And so I just hope it's not like 2 years or 3 years in between releases, because that's going to be way
I
too
can live
much.
with 2 years. 3 years is too much. Anything more than 2 years, I'm going to riot. 1 year is ideal, but
A year
2 years I can live
a year to 18 months would be ideal, but I don't have faith in Square doing that.
Anything they can do to release it as soon as possible, but also keep the quality.
Yeah, you can't rush a masterpiece like that.
I agree, and I'm hoping that because the engine is already built,
That's what I was about to say.
and
All
that
the assets
the art
are there.
and the assets are there, that the next, part 2 will.
They don't have to build it from scratch.
Part 2 will come out, if this comes out in March 2020, that, hopefully by summer 2021, fall 2021, we get the next one, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, I hope they already have like people working on part 2 while
split
they're-
off some of the team
while they're finishing up on part 1.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my number 3.
My number 3 is Cyberpunk 2077.
I don't like Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, I mean it's
Cool setting,
it's like-
Cyberpunk. I like steampunk more, but
Me too.
But I mean, it's
Steampunk
like this
2077.
open world RPG action.
Yeah.
It's I think it's just going to be amazing.
I like The Witcher.
I tell
There
you
was
what,
so much to do that it was just overwhelming.
it's almost paralyzing. I tell you what, I borrowed Assassin's Creed Odyssey. I don't know if I told you that. I was playing it last night and today, and just it's almost too much. The amount of things that you can do, and you're just like going through the environment, and like these icons keep popping up on your map. I'm like,
But that's my type of
But
game.
the thing about like Cyberpunk, the reason why I think I'll enjoy it more than like The Witcher 3 is because I didn't play the first 2 Witchers. I just jumped in at 3.
I did
So
too.
I didn't know anything about the world or the characters or the storyline that was already going on.
Right.
And I kind of just felt lost, and that's the main reason why I stopped playing that. But you get to start fresh with Cyberpunk, so I think I'll get into it a lot easier than Witcher 3.
that's more my kind of like game I play is just because I don't want the game to end. It just seems like
those games will go on forever if you want them to. So, but yeah, I like we've already said, it's.
I mean, I like those types of games too, like where you don't want the game to end, but during those games, I always reach a point where I want the game to end.
right.
But I also am a completionist, and I like to do every little thing.
Yeah.
And so even if I want the game to end, I can't just go and straight through and beat it. I have to do everything along the way.
Yeah,
And then I usually get burnt out and I stop.
Yeah, I want that lifespan of a game though, like not like that one Metal Gear Solid game I played, and I beat it in like I don't know how many hours.
Which one? Because the
It was on
first
PS2.
the first 2 you can probably beat in
a
6
few
hours
hours,
or
yeah.
8 hours if you know what you're doing.
Yeah, it's just. I think that's just too little time.
Yeah.
If I'm paying that much money, don't want to beat it in 6 hours.
Right.
That's fair. All right. Whose turn is it?
Sean's.
We're 2.
You. Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
That looks so good.
Yeah, it's Ori. I just beat the first one like a few weeks ago. It's probably my favorite platformer, side scroller, Castlevania-ish, Metroid-ish game ever.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
It's happy. Cried and laughed.
Are you doing a monologue?
Yeah, it's a really good game, and it's like what I actually
just
like about
don't-
it seriously more than like other games like that. The controls are very like fluid, and like
I just
when you
like
get
the art
those
style.
games,
It
they can
just
be very
looks,
clunky.
It just looks
The art style
awesome. It just looks cool.
really cool. I love.
Even
the
if
art
I don't
style.
play it, I would just watch gameplay of that.
Yeah.
That's
what
just,
he did. He didn't play. He just watched me
looks
play it.
awesome.
Yeah, it looks really.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah.
Cyberpunk is my number 2. For all the many reasons we've already said. So.
Yes.
Is it Kiana Sans? Is that it? The Kiana Sans. That's what I'm calling it.
Coined.
I don't have a number 2. I think I deleted one of mine on
You
accident.
don't have a number 2? Then
I mean, I don't know.
Why didn't you just put 7 at number 2 and make
I don't
it have
know.
no number 3?
I deleted one of mine because the only one I have left is
deleted. It's on paper.
Well, I don't know what I did.
Do you want to borrow one of my honorable mentions?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, what's your honorable mention?
Elder Scrolls.
Elden Ring, Dragon Age 4, Gods and Monsters, which looks really cool. That's a Ubisoft game. It's a AAA Breath of the Wild type game, and almost has the same art style.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I thought
that
it
looks
was
really cool. Code Vein, which is like
Right.
a Dark Souls type game.
That's actually been getting decent reviews.
Yeah.
That dropped today. Do you have any honorable mentions? I don't know what my
Mine
number
weren't
2 is.
good enough.
Yeah.
So let's just get this straight. You're willing to throw somebody's honorable mentions in
Alright.
at number 2, but,
Alright.
but 7 is staying at number 3. I don't
All right,
understand.
I'll bump up 7 to number 2. I'll give it the extra point. I don't know what happened. I deleted one of mine. By accident. All right, what's your number 2?
Number 2 is Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Disrespect.
Not disrespect, it's just the fact that I've played and beaten the game already.
But you're
think
adding
it's-
new stuff in.
It is, but it's going to be similar.
It's going to be the same story beats for the most part.
But, I mean...
It's going to be expanded,
it's just-
but,
Yeah,
you know.
I just put at number 2 just because of the fact that I've already played it
Yeah.
like that.
I'm excited
It's
to
gonna
see
be
what
weird
they
that
explain.
there's gonna be a lot of people. That's probably like the first
first
time they
one.
played 7.
I mean, you got to
know,
think. It came out 22 years ago. So, wow. You know, like...
My God.
And I think I can say...
Kids in high school
That game
now
can drink.
kids in high school now weren't even alive when it came out.
Right.
Like, you know,
Since we're on it, 7's my number 1, and I think it's Sean's because he
Yeah.
hasn't said it yet. It would be disrespectful if you left it
Yeah.
off the list.
Not even
Lecture
your
me.
honorable mention.
But yeah, I don't really think for anybody who's watched it before, I don't think I need to go into why I'm excited about this.
that's true. Yeah.
I could go on for hours.
My question is, and I know it won't be, but what if it's not good?
What?
What if it's just not good?
Okay.
What
it's
would
not-
you do?
If it had like a 10 on Metacritic, I'd still play it. Nothing's stopping me from playing this game.
You're all in.
Yeah.
You're all in. All right.
Yeah, I mean, it's Final Fantasy, and
Right.
it's just one of those games that you want to have. It's
Yeah.
like Madden.
Right.
You know, everybody wants Madden.
Yeah, I agree. I do think it's going to be really good. So, my number 1 is The Last of Us 2. It probably wouldn't. It would still have been on the list. It probably wouldn't have been as high had the trailer not dropped yesterday.
Yeah.
I just want to get into this game. I really do. It's supposed to be the biggest game. Apparently, from again, we talked about it yesterday, but from a length standpoint,
Yeah.
and from like a story content and just how like deep everything goes. I don't know. Again, I was trying to find because we talked about it releasing on 2 Blu-rays.
Right.
I don't know if that again is because of the length or just my voice is cracking. If it's the length or if it's just because it's so detailed. Because if you,
Right.
for those that bought, did you guys buy Red Dead on Xbox?
Red
on,
Dead.
On
1 or
PS4.
2?
Physical. Did you guys?
Nah, it was digital.
It came on 2 discs also,
Okay.
and so it didn't on the. It didn't on PS4, did it?
Yeah, it did.
It did. Okay, so same thing. So I don't know if it's because it's going to take. I don't imagine it's going to take 30 hours to beat.
Yeah, it's probably just all the
But it's just the
technical
quality
stuff.
of the title and the graphics and the
But it
sound.
reminds me of those games we used to have where we had like 7 discs
I know.
to complete
Final
one
Fantasy
game.
games. It's like
love those
3-4
days.
discs, man.
It was always such a big event when a disc ended. You'd
Yeah.
get like a cool
Yeah.
like event, a cool scene, and then it'd be like, please insert disc 2. And you're like, yes.
Did it.
Well, it wasn't fun when you had to play it PlayStation 1 when you had to
Put it upside down.
upside down. We had to carefully like lift it up and eject the disc out.
Or when I remember I was playing Lunar 2 and I beat the first disc and then the second disc was scratched, so I couldn't even continue the game anymore.
Yeah.
I was very sad.
That
Yes.
sucks.
I
Do you
didn't
guys
beat
have
Lunar
the-
2 until like last year. I downloaded it on my phone.
Do you guys
and
have
finally beat
physical copies of Suikoden 1 and 2?
Yeah, somewhere.
it. Probably somewhere in the storage or
Somewhere.
something.
Have you guys seen how much those games are going for on eBay?
At least 200.
Couple
$200,
hundred.
$300, $400, especially for the second one,
Oh yeah.
Gold Mines.
Because
Really? I figured the
Gold.
first one.
that's an amazing game.
I just figured it wouldn't be as
I think
high
I was-
because they have the digital out for the
Right.
second one.
I guess
Yeah,
it's
that's
the-
true. But you know,
But just to have
just
the
for like
physical copy.
especially like an original print.
Yeah.
I remember for the first two, you had to order them through the mail to get them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So,
Because it had
games.
Japanese writing on it.
what's your number one?
My number one is Last of Us 2.
Yeah, it is.
It's just, I think the gameplay is going to be awesome in that.
Me too.
Even just the background and just the environment of it, just looks amazing.
Yeah, that's what I liked about the first. The first one could have been a PS4 game. That's how good it looked.
And like the thing about like the setting, like it looks like they've gotten a lot more civilized in the time between the first and the second one.
Yeah, there's like
You know
little
what I'm saying?
communities.
Yeah, little
Well, it's 5
communities.
years, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like the progression.
Yeah.
Because like the first one took place like it was like how many years after the initial?
It was
outbreak?
20 years. So the opening scene where Joel's daughter gets killed, and then it jumps 20 years.
Yeah.
They lived in Texas, and then at the beginning, and 20 years later, he ends up in Boston, Massachusetts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to have a tearjerker scene in the beginning of the game, like they did in the first
Joel's
one.
gonna die.
Something.
Take out Ellie with him.
Or Tommy. I'd be sad if Uncle
Joel's
Tommy
not a
died.
part of the game.
I like Uncle Tommy. He was cool.
You don't know that.
I thought it would have been cool to see. Again, I think we talked about this before, but where Joel gets impaled, and you take over as Ellie. I thought it would have been cool to see Joel die there. It was just something you didn't expect. It's the main
I
character,
don't know.
and
Just want to throw something that happens.
yeah, it's just something that you didn't expect, like because you don't really see in anything really where like the main character dies.
You know, it'd be cool if like you could play as like a clicker halfway through.
Say what?
Like if you could play as a clicker halfway through and you have to eat your family.
What?
Right? That'd be sad.
That's just wrong.
Exactly, dude. It'd make people very uncomfortable.
All right, guys, I'm gonna tally this up. You guys fill some time real quick. Let me see.
They could maybe the sad thing they're going for is because they made it look like in the trailer that like Ellie's girlfriend gets shot, but it depending on how far in, because I assume that's going to be pretty close in. I don't know if I'm going to feel that sad about it.
No, I'm
I
not
don't think
attached
so.
to
Just
her.
because
I don't know,
you're
man.
stepping right into the middle of a story that you don't really have any background
Yeah.
to.
But that being said, we were sad when his daughter got
the
shot.
first one. I think
Well, that's just the relationship between the father and daughter.
Yeah.
And everybody
This-
likes kids.
yeah.
These are like teenagers.
Not everybody likes kids.
Yeah, but I mean, if you've ever had somebody, that's. I think that's exactly why the first one was so powerful. Is like, if you've
But
ever had somebody that
I thought the first one was powerful, but if it is her girlfriend, I don't think I'm going to care.
No.
Is the thing.
I wouldn't underestimate Naughty Dog's ability to make you care.
They're like the Pixar of dark video games.
It's true. Pixar's dark. Have you ever seen the beginning of Up?
Damn, that's fucked up.
Beginning of Finding Nemo?
It's true.
Vein. I think Code Vein comes out soon. Come on, get it.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. Dark Souls type game. That art style.
Yeah, anime. There's
all
another.
for anime.
There's a mana game coming out next year too. I almost put that on the list.
Yeah, I was heard it's a remake of the third Mana game, but it was
Is
never.
it?
Yeah, it was never released in the U.S. It was only released in Japan. But like
I
they're
thought it was
remaking
brand new.
They're remaking it.
There's also.
I never played it. I started playing the first Mana game on the
There's-
SNES Classic, and I really liked it. Don't shush me.
Dude, there's this game on the tip of my
I
brain.
don't care.
What are you guys playing right now?
Monster Hunter is what I'm playing. And I tried the Ghost Recon beta, and I was the campaign was good. I really liked the campaign. It was fun. Very derivative of Division.
Yeah,
it's like another Ubisoft title, so I don't know why they would make it that similar, but they did. But I tried to play like an online match, and
Just couldn't connect.
no, for like 15 minutes.
Really?
And I just gave up.
No, that's a beta
Sad
for you.
times.
So you got
Yeah, but I mean, like
Bloodstained.
Modern Warfare's beta didn't do that. You know what I mean? Come on, it
It's
shouldn't
like,
take that long to connect. What? Do you got a problem?
Yeah, I'm talking.
Shut up.
I was-
All right,
was
I have the
talking- I
top
was
10.
talking
Shut up,
first.
shut up. I have the top 10.
Castlevania game.
All right, in ascending order, number 10, we have Elden Ring. Number 9, Marvel's The Avengers. Number 8, Need for Speed Heat. Number 7, DBZ Kakarot. Number 6, which probably would have been higher if I remember to put on my list, Ghost of Tsushima. Number 5, Halo Infinite. Number 4, Death Stranding. Number 3, Cyberpunk. Number 2, The Last of Us. Number 2. Number 1, of course, Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Where it deserves to be.
All right, calm down. All right, guys, there you have it. That is our definitive top 10 list of most anticipated games. Let us know what you thought of the list. Drop it in the comments below or tweet at us. And let us know what you guys thought. If you wanted to move anything around, if anything should have been higher or lower. Always to, love and appreciate the feedback that you guys give us.
Unless you're wrong.
Unless you're wrong, I guess. So, again, give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscribe button if you feel inclined. And most importantly, please tell a friend. We couldn't do this without you. Do you guys have anything before we sign off?
No.
Nope. All right, guys. Until next time, everybody stay safe.